You know I can't do a video with just one unless I have its direct competitor. I'm really excited. Now this is not a 2024, so the interior is a little bit different, but this is a 21. It's got the sky roof, which is the one-touch big huge sunroof. It's got about 90,000 miles on it. It may have a diesel under the... It's going the other way. Damn, I was hoping it was running in front of us. Oh, it was. It was. A little coyote action there. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. It's got the Sky Touch, the one-touch big sunroof, which is cool unless you want to take the top, unless you want to take the complete top off, and then it's not cool. But like I said at the beginning, I can't bring one unless I have its direct competitor. And I even found the same color. I hunted. Wild Track Ford Bronco. Now this has the Hoss 3.0 package, and we're going to talk about the Hoss. It doesn't have the Sasquatch package, so it's about as close of a competition as I can get it. There is a little bit more capable of a Rubicon than this one. Obviously, we're not talking about the 392, and there is more capable of a Wild Track Bronco than this, because you go up to and get the Sasquatch package. But anyway, I hope you'll hang out with us. We're comparing, it's brand new. We're at a Ford lot, so I have a lot of brand new Ford Broncos, but I don't have a lot of brand new Jeeps. But that's why we're gonna use that 2021. So we're gonna get it as close as we can. Let's do this. That Jeep knows it's that strong that they don't even put the name of the manufacturer, the model, nothing. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start underneath the hood, and I do my reviews different than most folk. Instead of doing one car at a time, I will do one part of the car, and then we'll go directly over and compare it to the Bronco, and we'll do back and forth. We're gonna do cargo. We're gonna do underneath the hood. It's 4 parts. This is the way that I've got it broken down. We've got underneath the hood, so the running gear. We've got cargo in the rear, and then we've got the back seat and the front seat. I compare them differently. All right, we're gonna start off with the Jeep because that is the highlight of this. I mean, I love the Bronco. I'm not throwing any shade at the Bronco. It's just we can see Broncos anytime. Here we go, 2021 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Let's go ahead and pop our little hood latches right here. Go ahead and get those off of there. All right. This may have a diesel. Nope, it's, oh my God, the 2.0 is making some noise. Hang on just a second, let me prop this rod. All right, 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged. You can still get the old 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, but you can also add a couple of, you also get the 392. I think they're gonna let the 392 go one more year, but that's almost over. They're living on borrowed time with that Jeep 392. I love it, I'm not hating on it, I'm just saying it's played its course. Or you can get the 4xe, which is the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a hybrid system to boot. I believe, and I would like to once again reiterate, sometimes I make mistakes and say the wrong thing. I believe you can go 22 miles or 12 miles. I know that's a difference, but either way, 12 or 22 miles of silent battery only driving. So there's your different options. You got 4 different engine options. Now, over on, oh, this has an automatic transmission. Let's go ahead and discuss that real quick. 8-speed automatic transmission. We've talked about that 100 times. It's the 8-speed that's in every single Stellantis Mopar product there ever was. Dodge Durangos, Challengers, Chargers, Chrysler 300s, Dodge Rams, Wagoneers, Grand Wagoneers, Cherokees. Get my drift? It's a popular little transmission. It's a good transmission. All right, in the, ooh, you're kind of nasty. This did just get here, so it just came off the truck. In this corner, now in Broncoville, you have 3 different engine options you can do. Let's see which one we got. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, V6. Hang on just one second, let me prop this rod. All right, this is the middle engine choice. In Broncos, you can do the 2.3-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine, which is the Mustang engine. I think it's 300 horsepower and it's like 325 pound-feet of torque. That's on premium fuel. If you only run regular gas, there's a difference. 275 horsepower and I think 310 pound-feet of torque. But apparently there is a noticeable difference from what I read in Bronco forums. Anyway, this is the 2.7 liter V6. And if we look right over, let's see here. Let's look right over the bed of this gray F250 right here. See that gray STX F150 right there? Or maybe an XL2. Either, it doesn't matter the trim level. The base engine in Ford F150s now is the 2.7 liter V6 twin turbo. About 325 horsepower, about 400 pound-feet of torque. By far more powerful than that. And we haven't even got to the powerful engine yet. If you wanted to go up one more time, you could do the Bronco Raptor, and that gets the Exploder ST engine. I think it's 411 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. The Raptor does 0 to 60 in like 5.5 seconds or something. Since we looked at the transmission in the Jeep, once again, Ford's 10-speed. Well, Ford and General Motors 10-speed. It's in almost every single Ford product you could possibly imagine. Rangers, F-150s, Expeditions, Aviators, Navigators. Did I say Rangers already? F-150s. There's even a version of it in the Gasser F-250s. So, it's a popular little transmission as well. Gas mileage, let's go ahead and gas mileage is going to go over here to the Wrangler because it's less powerful. The Bronco is, if you need power and stuff like that, if power is very important to you, there's not even a close call here. The Bronco or the Jeeps just don't have the power unless you get the 392, and then you're spending big time money. All right, so there's our engine choices. We're done with that. Next is the cargo part of this. So let's come on back here to the cargo part of this Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. We do have a hard top. Remember, you got 3 different kinds of tops on Wranglers. You've got a hard roll tide, baby. All right. Excuse me, sorry, being professional. We have 3 different tops in Wranglers. You've got a sky roof, which is what this is. It's basically a one-touch sunroof. I will show you all about that. You have a hard top, and then you have a soft top. All right, the hard top, the one-touch sunroof acts just like it held itself. All right. Hard top, flip that up right there. We got a little cargo space going on in there. Let's see here. We got a 12 volt back there for charging. We got some tethers right there, some anchor points so you can tie things down. You'll notice right here, years and decades of perfection. Screw hinges right there, places to put your screw hinges, windshields, door, hardware right there. You've also got a little under storage right there. This came with this. This has, actually, I want to know what's in this. Ooh. Oh, it's a Jeep rope? Are you serious? Ha-ha! Look at that. That's probably $300 just because it says Jeep on it. Anyway, there's a little bit of storage right there, so you can flip that around and keep your, I guess that's for, oh, your top. Okay. I guess maybe door top bag. Anyway, so there is the back right there. One thing, and it did hold, but you'll notice when we go over here and look at the Bronco has a strut, and we're kind of on a hinge, and if it hadn't have caught there, it would have closed back on us like that. Also, when you're on an incline or a decline, some people, and I know it's silly, but some people aren't very strong. Some people, that might be a heavy door. I mean, it's not just the weight of the door. Remember, you got a big, huge mud tar right there. What is that? That's a BFG all-terrain KO. It's, what is it, a 285 70-17. I don't know what the hell size that is. Let's call it a 32 and a half. I don't know what size it is. But anyway, back to what I was saying, that door is heavy. So anyway, the strut just kind of helps it. All right, there's the cargo. Let's go on back here. The cargo part's a little short. It's not that big of a part, but it is important because, I mean, I know they're recreation. I know you're going to go mudding and off-roading and four-wheeling, but this still could be somebody's daily driver. I mean, let's be honest. All right, here we go. We got some big mud tire on the back. We're going to do the same thing right here. See the hinge? It kind of helped open it. Now, we're on pretty much flat ground right here, but if we were on a upper decline, the hinge would, the strut would help us. All right, same principle as the Jeep. Look at the little baby. It's got a little bitty. It's about 3 inches long. Men, feel comfortable. All right. Storage is about the same. It looks like it's deeper than the Jeep. We've got a 12 volt right there. We've also got some lights. Okay, one thing that you're going to notice as we go through, light bars, sound bars. Across the center of the Wrangler, that's where they keep their speakers and some lights. It's called their sound bar. Ford doesn't do that. That's all wide open right there. They put their speakers on the back. Door bags, top bags, and all that. But that is the storage part right there. And with the strut right there, it also makes it easy to open. It also makes it easy to close. What size hogs have you got here? 315 70 17s. Goodyear territories. They look like 35-inch mud tires. All right, that's the cargo part. Let's get inside these things. There's not much left to do now, but look at the guts. How do you like your guts? Do you like your guts cloth, leather, vinyl, a mixture, Alcantara suede, velour? What kind of guts do you choose? Well, in Jeeps, you got a couple different options for guts. You've got cloth, nylon-y guts, or you've got leather guts. This is a Rubicon, by God. So we've got nothing but the finest leathers. Oh, look, these are special seats right here. Got the little Jeep grill. Once again, it doesn't say Jeep. Look, what an awesome marketing tool. You don't even have to say the name of it because we all know what that means. Oh, yes. Why is it all bubbly right there? Look how bubbly that looks. It's pregnant. Anyway, okay, Casey, get serious here. We're trying to do a car review. Okay. It's a Jeep. It's off-road, so let's not talk about bougie here. Hard plastic everywhere. We got a little, ooh, took a couple gashes. It's kind of soft, but hard plastic. Got a little net right there, another one right there. So we got 4 nets total. We got cup holders on the back. We do have vents. Let me explain something. We talked about it over there at the back. Some folks, my wife and I included, we use this as our family car. Not this one, but we had a Jeep. We're in the market for another one. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Anyway, people use these as a family car. So the kids are sitting in the back. The vents are important, especially with the hardtop roof. Now, this has the cloth roof, but hardtop roofs, especially if your hardtop is black, because it absorbs the heat. It's an oven. I'm telling you, the vents are a big deal. Way to go, Jeep. Thank you so much for that. The back passengers, thank you. We've got window switches right there. We got 2 USBs, and we've got a real full-blown power outlet right there. That's pretty good as well. All right, we do have split folding seats. We're going to grab a little lever right there, and it's going to fold down. Oh, wow, that's a pretty good fold. That's great. See, when we get over to the Bronco, it's not going to be that cool. Wow, I didn't know they folded all the way down. The JLs didn't do that, or JKs didn't do this. That's a pretty good floor. It's not completely flat, but it's pretty close. If you put like a rug or some kind of divider right there, you could easily get that. That's pretty flat. Way to go, Jeep. All right, let's go ahead and pick that back up. All right, let's go ahead and climb in there and see what we got. Let's see about our room and see how we feel. All right, climbing into the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Let's close the door so we can get a full idea. A lot of headroom. Pretty good on the shoulder room. Knee room is not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. This one has the upgraded interior. Oh, what is all that right there? They'll clean that from detail. But anyway, it's got the red dash. I love the red dash. It looks so good up there. We'll talk about all those controls up in front of the shifter in a minute. But anyway, the interior back here, I'm comfortable. I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. Now, this is the sound bar that I was talking about. See, you got speakers. There's your lights right there. When we get over to the Bronco here in just seconds, you're going to see that does not. Get down, clear. All right, so anyway, we got that. Now, let's go over here to the Bronco and let's see what we've got goings on over there. Coming out right there, I will say this. That is a tight little opening right there. Very small. All right, coming on around here to the Bronco. All right, the Bronco is a lot bigger than the Wrangler. This is what I tell people. As far as off-road, that's like an antelope. It's lighter, it's agile, you know, it's kind of frolicking around like a little deer. This right here is like a sloth. And I don't mean that negatively. What I mean is it's just a big bruiser. It's just big and got a lot of power, and hey, there's a mountain over there. You want me to go climb it? That's if a Bronco could talk, I feel like that's how it would talk. You want me to go over that or what? You know what I mean? It's just cool like that. Anyway, here we go. All right, opening up the back part. All right, let's go ahead. Now this, people don't believe me when I say this, and I get comments from this all the time. These are vinyl. Over there, you've got cloth and leather options. Here, you've got cloth and leather options as well, but you also have marine grade vinyl. Think of Sea Ray boats, something like that. Very durable, You know, boats take a lot of moisture, a lot of punishment, climbing in and out of them, skiing, jumping in and out, throwing towels down, constantly wet. Anyway, vinyl, I'll let you decide, but you do have, if you don't, Casey, I ain't buying, I'm not paying that kind of money for vinyl. Well, that's entirely up to you. Hey, that's your prerogative. There's leather and cloth as well. All right, we got a little bit more squish right there. We got a little squish, and then it's hard plastic all the way down. We got one net. We got mat pockets, another net over there. That's nice, that's nice. All right, you see what we're missing? Got no vent back there. We should have that. We do have window switches. We got a power outlet right there, and we've got 2 USB-Cs, not USBs. So keep that in mind. The sound bar, or the lack thereof. Remember, your speakers are on the back pillar in the back, so keep that in mind. So this is all going to be open. If you took the top off, see where this one opens up right here? So from this bar right here all the way up to the windshield would be nothing but open. Some people like that, some people hate it. Casey, that's too much open. Hey, whatever. That's entirely up to you. All right, let's go ahead and put these seats down and see what happens. All right, it's still got plenty of room. It's kind of like a step-up thing. The Jeep was a little bit more flat, but actually, I guess this probably has more room. It looks like it does anyway. Let's go ahead and climb in that seat right there and see what happens. Let's grab that handle right there and climb on up. All right. Headroom's about the same. Got a lot of headroom, pretty good on shoulder room. We put that seat back up right there just so you can see that we do have a flip down center console, 2 cup holders right there. So there's your only 2 cup holders. The Jeep, well, I didn't see if the Jeep has one of these. We'll have to go back over there and see. Knee room. There's more room back here than the Jeep. You can feel the size. It's larger back here. So if that matters, if you're a small person or a small family, or you're just by yourself, who cares? But I'm just saying, it's larger back here. The Bronco feels bigger. There's only one thing left now. Oh, look at that yellow jacket. This is the time of year when yellow jackets are ornery and mean, because they know the first frost or the first freeze, it's over. Look at him, waiting to sting me. All right, let's get on up here and check out the front of this Bronco. I kind of feel like that we ought to start with the Ruby. All right, let's do this. We've left every door open, everything. All right, here we go. About 90,000 miles. I do like the red dash accent. That is very cool. We got some pockets up top right there. And it's got a pretty good little overhang. It's about the width of my hand. Maybe, what, 8, 10, 12 inches. Anyway, in my dreams. Anyway, so you can mount some kind of GoPro or something like that for when you're going off-roading. Now, one thing I also want to mention, this is a 21. In the 24s and newer, there's a lot bigger screen. And the screen goes more horizontal, okay, instead of just like this boxy. And over there is like a denim cloth. It's not really like... what am I trying to say? All right, anyway, let's get on in here. All right, here we go. Oh, we're starting it up. Look at the front of that old Jeep coming on, Rubicon. Oh, did you see the little Jeep climb the hill right there? All right, so there we go. There's your temperature gauge, traction, or gas gauge, speedometer. There's your 4-wheel drive right there, so you can tell what it is. Speaking of 4-wheel drive, let's turn that off. Shut up. All right, so there's your 4-wheel drive lever. Listen to how loud. Run, girl, run! Did you hear that? Dang, this thing sounds like a damn diesel. I thought it was a diesel. Anyway, okay, so we got a 12 volt right there. We've got, here's media. We got the old aux cord. All right, USB-C, USB. Window switches right there. There's your front stabilizer, disconnect, and all that. There are your pre-wired auxiliary switches for a winch or extra lights or whatever. There's your sway bar. You got a real e-brake as opposed to a push button. There's a little stubby lever. We already talked about that. No paddles on the back of the shifter. You'll move it into there and move it over and shift it up and down like that, whichever way. All right, cruise control is right there. You can answer your phone right there. Go through, you can cycle through this. Let's see what we got. Start, stop, unavailable. Music is off. Start stop unavailable. We know. Let's see here. That trip, okay. We don't care about that. Ooh, 20.4 miles per gallon. Range is 334 miles, and we're between 3/4 and a full. That's kind of helpful. What else have we got? Oh, there's your little drivetrain, so you can see for 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. Sway bars connected. Did you see right here? If the sway bar was disconnected or unconnected, it'd be lit up another way. We've also got there is your tire pressure monitoring system, and then back to miles per hour. All right, let's play with the screen real quick. Let's turn that down though. All right, let's go to climate control. We've got, let's see what we got. We've got heated seats. We've also got a heated steering wheel. Let's back out of that. Dual zone climate control, as you can tell. Sirius XM, we do have that. You can also obviously hook up to your phone if you wanted to do that. Let's go to, what else I want to do? Apps. Now, if you've got a Dodge Ram, remember this is a Stellantis product, so this should look familiar to Challenger owners, Charger owners, 300 owners. Ooh, let's go to the off-road pages and see what happens with that. Playing with the off-road, come on, how long is this going to take? If it's anything like some of these, oh, okay, it's not bad, not bad. But off-road pages, delayed but never, ooh, it tells us exactly where we are. We're at 618 feet above sea level. Our sway bar is connected. Our front axle is unlocked. Our steering angle is at 0 degrees. We've got our transfer cases in no. Our transfer case is in too high. When I turn the wheel now, our steering angle is at 27. That's pretty cool right there. Oh, and it's turning on the, all right. Ooh, it's like, what does they call that? Automatic updates or whatever. That's pretty nifty. I like that. Okay, let's go to accessory gauges. Our coolant. Ooh, that's awesome. Transmission temps, ice cold, oil pressure. Whoa, did you see that? Back up. Oh, shit. Oil pressure's at 17. All right, battery voltage. Let's go to pitch and roll. All right, so we're rolled to the side 4 degrees, and we're pretty level at 1 degree. That's a pretty cool page. Those are your off-road pages. That's nifty. There's our compass right there. And that's also where your map, where you want to go. Boopity beepity boppity boppity blah. We just want to see the map. Can we just view our map? There we go. There is that. All right, the vents, we've seen those before. You can adjust them and do whatever you want to. I wish this had the window sticker in it. We're not going to be that lucky, are we? Because that would be way cool if it was. Well, Casey, you're not going to be that cool today. What is this? Oh, wheel locks. Yeah. Okay. So that is, ooh, got these little add-ons right there. That's not factory, but that's pretty cool. Good little add-on right there. That does, you know what? God must have put that there for a reason. That's something else. The Bronco aftermarket support is coming up, okay? But it's nowhere where the Jeep level is. I mean, they've been making these forever, right? Anything you want to customize on your Jeep Wrangler, I guarantee you there's something you can do for it without fail. I promise. All right, got the seat backs right there. We've kind of already talked about those as well. These do have the leather. You can get cloth. Center console, you got a USB down in there. This is a split level type deal. There's the top. Okay, I'm gonna start up another video for this because I'm gonna make this its own little clip. It's time to talk about the sky roof. And this is the top that I fear the most. This is called the sky roof, the one-touch sunroof, if you will. Here we go. Now, you may be asking yourself, Casey, why are you bitching about that? Look how easy it is, and now you've got one of the biggest sunroofs I've ever seen, and the top looks cool, stacked up. It looks like an old classic Beetle. All of that is true. However, do you see these tracks right here? If any debris gets in here, that can mess how this thing slides. Debris can start building up. The Jeep Liberty. Does anybody remember the Jeep Liberty? They had a top similar to this, and parts were back ordered because they couldn't keep them repaired fast enough. Maybe that won't happen with this. Something else. If you have the big sunroof, I would suggest you never remove the top completely. Like, don't take these rails off, because you can do it. I'm not telling you that you can't, because you, by God, certainly can. But when you go to put them back on, if they're not put back on completely straight, or maybe they're 1.01% off kilter, just a little bit, all hell's gonna break loose. Anyway, if you want the full Jeep experience, buy a hard top or a soft top. If you want the quickie, cool, I'm not gonna do any of that anyway, I just want the sunroof part, hook yourself up, hook yourself up. I guess that leaves us with only one little part of this review left to do. We need to get behind the wheel of this Bronco, this full-size, wild track Ford Bronco with its marine grade vinyl seats. Once again, before we get in here, I do want to mention the screen in there, that is a couple years old. That's a 21, so it's 3, almost 4 years old. So the screen and the dash have changed to go larger. So this is actually, it's a comparison, but it's a little slanted. You have to check out the new Wrangler to get the updated screens. All right, here we go. We got some squish right there, hard plastic all the way down. Power window, or power seats on both sides. Ooh, I caught that mosquito. Did you see that? We got a little old crap handle right there. Before we climb in, we've got the outfitter switches over there. Remember, you had the 4 on the Jeep. They were down low. Bronco has 6, and they are mounted up top. They're kind of like toggle switches. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, let's climb on in here and let's give her a little juice and see what happens. All right, we got a hard top right there. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Four little latches do those. There's bags in the back, 1, 2 T-top, 3 parts, and then you take the back off in the back, and we'll talk about that later. All right, there's all your 4-wheel drive switches. That's to lock the front differential, locking your rear differential. That's your inside Jake brake. Let's call it J-turn. That little button right there, when you press that, let's say you're on a tight turn, like on a tight twisty trail or something like that, that locks, unlocks, locks, unlocks the inside wheel, so you can kind of make the turn a little bit sharper. We, Dusk and I, one of my friends, partners, cohorts if you will, we've tried it out in the back lot. It does work. All right, we've got dual zone climate control. We've got heated seats and a heated steering wheel. We've got down there, we got a USB and a USB-D. Let's turn that so it's not blowing on you guys. Like 10-speed automatic transmission, we've already talked about that. Since we did go through some of those other modes right there, let's go ahead and do that. Let's close that out. Let's go with our goats and let's start playing with some goat modes. We know all this is open because I'm the one that did it all. Oh no, we've done that. We want the calm screen. Yes, back us out. All right, here we go. Goat modes. Here we go. We've got normal, eco, sport. Now we're going into 4-wheel drive. Now we're slippery, moist when wet. Slippery, mud and ruts. It's about to lock it into 4. Yeah, now we're really doing all this by itself. See, now you've got the differentials locked up there. Now we're going to keep going. Now we're in mud and ruts again. Now we're into sand. Now we're going to go into 4 low right here when we go into Baja mode. Or not 4 low, but now we're going. Now here also something that's going to happen. Oh, you don't have the camera package. Oh no, dang. Okay, on some of these, there is a camera package, and I'll put a little insert up in the video. It shows the tracks of the Bronco when you turn your wheel, so it shows you exactly where you're going. It's a really good feature. This Bronco does not have it. That's a shame, but you can get it in the camera package. Let's go ahead and back out all of our drive modes here. Eco, let's go back into normal. Push button start, we know about that. Let's go ahead and have a look in the glove box right there, about the same size. I mean, it's a glove box. What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna talk about? All right, window switches are right there. There's your power mirrors. There's your 4-wheel drive. Manual, once again, you have no toggles, just like the Jeep. So put it down, and then you'll shift it like this on the buttons. Okay, I got it. Chill out there, partner. Got a little handle right there. I do like that. Inside the center console, it is a single level, not a 2. You got a 12 volt down in there. Oh, a larger part of the dash right there, you've got a 12 volt, so you can plug up your GoPro or whatever if you're four-wheeling or anything like that. But you do have places to mount cameras, GoPros, mounts, all of that stuff right there. You have to kind of look at it like this. Ford took a Jeep, and whatever people complained about, they tried to fix it on the Bronco. I mean, that's just, let's be honest. We liked the overhang in the Wrangler because it gave us room. Well, this is twice as big, so it's twice as much room, right? Okay, one more thing I would like to discuss, because this is a pretty cool thing and I always forget to mention this. See these? Casey, they're mirrors. What's the big damn deal? Everybody's got them. I know everybody's got them, but look. See the mirrors on these? So what, you're telling me you like big mirrors? Does that mean you like big other things? No. The mirrors are on the doors. So, remember, you can take the doors off these vehicles. So when you take the doors off of a Jeep, technically you are illegal because you don't have a mirror. You are supposed to have a mirror facing the rear of your vehicle to be DOT legal. So that's okay, no big deal. Casey, they sell aftermarket mirrors. That's what the hell I'm talking about. Aftermarket mirrors. You mount them right there. You can get little pink tassels. They look like little Schwinn, like you would buy like your 3-year-old daughter, or maybe your 5-year-old son. You can have some Batman tassels. See what I mean? You got to go buy some cheap little thing and strap some mirrors on. Strap them on. Strap those shits. Or you can come over here to the Ford Bronco. Okay, so those things are huge. Yes, they are massive. I will give you that. But see how the mirrors are mounted into the cowl panel? So when you take the doors off of the Ford Bronco, your mirrors are still there. So you don't have to worry about going to find pink Barbie tassels from the Walmart section. However, when I give a point, I like to take that point right back. Tight trails, tight turns, things like that. See how big those mirrors are right there? It's a good thing they fold in, because I got a feeling they might be doing a lot of folding, because that's a lot of, look how far they stick out compared to the body. They're even a couple inches out from the fender wells, from the overhangs right there. All right, well, I guess. All right, here's the way that I see this competition. We're in for a competition for the ages. This one's gonna go for a very long time. Jeep has been with us since 1941, I think is what I saw on there. That's the only reason why I knew that. The Ford Bronco, the first ones came out in 66, something like that, 66, 67. So, God, that's a heavy door. So, but the Bronco went away, and the Broncos had a couple different iterations. I know the Jeep has 2 CJs, YJs, TJs, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the Jeeps have all had the same like designation. They're all take the doors off, little off-road cruisers. Not very bougie, just ready to do off-road stuff. This thing, it's gone from that kind of deal in the 60s, and then it got really big in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. And then OJ, he tried to outrun the police in them, and we know that doesn't work. But anyway, it's back now. And I don't think Ford's going to take it anywhere. Matter of fact, I have heard that the Ford Edge and the Ford Escape, they've sung their last song. She showed up to sing that last song. The big, you know what I'm saying? The big girl, she done walked in and started belting them out. But that means the Bronco and the Bronco Sport, the Bronco 2, let's just do it. The Bronco 2, that means they're going to be here for a while. So anyway, if you were going to put your money down and you were going to buy you something, would you go with the tried and true Jeep Wrangler? And this is a Rubicon, so remember, this is all about 4-wheel drive, going mudding, climbing the devil's bathtub out in Moab, the devil's breakfast table, Jesus's bathroom. I don't know what the name of them places are, but anyway, or are you more into the big, broody Bronco? That's what it comes down to, you know. Big bruiser. Think of like big 60s muscle car versus like a British little sports car. I know that's horrible. I'm kind of horrible at my little things sometimes. And that was another one of those. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put up a couple pictures of them sitting beside each other just so you can kind of see some more comparisons. But if you watched to this point,